Welcome, everyone, to D&D for our first episode. I'm calling them episodes now. In Velros. It's going to be absolutely delightful. I hope you all enjoy. And we're starting a new tradition for all of our viewers. Today, every single one of our sessions will be named after a tarot card. And fortunately, or rather unfortunately for the party, I did not have the time to share with them which tarot card today's session is. But going forward, it will be revealed to them a week ahead. But for today's session, our card is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, if you know what tarot is, have fun with that information. If you don't, suck the suck, I don't know. Google it or whatever. That is how you spell it, although specifically in reverse. So, for today's session, the party has rather unfortunately found themselves indebted to yet another person of power. Unfortunately, one of the criminals that they helped apprehend by the name of Tick. Are you a tick? I'm not a tick. But one of the criminals they help apprehend happened to have a few friends, and they caused a lot of property damage trying to attack our party. Of course, wanting recompense for the property damage, Spindle, otherwise known as Lyra Bruticus, leader of Port Royal, had asked her adoptive daughter, Tannen, and her compatriots to go find these culprits. Apparently, Denoso was taking Tick up north to the Kingdom of Amaris. But unfortunately, it seems that they needed to make a small stop in the Empire of Velros. Denoso, being the second in command there, has pulled into shore, and where we left off, we had been looking over at the dock as Denoso hangs his head and sighs and walks over to greet a lady with extraordinarily long black hair and purple and a small woman with what appears to be rabbit ears, a woman of red skin, antenna, and two dragonfly-like wings, and a rather person farther down the dock, a elderly woman with entirely gray hair. Actually, could I get everyone to please roll me initiative? Just so I can keep track for me, pretty please. And no, for your information, you are not fighting Salim. And put it in the chat when you do roll.
Mister's back
Now,
at
What's 14 plus
Know
8?
what he's doing.
What's 14 plus 8? 22, okay.
Why would you even need to? Okay. Why? I keep forgetting you have a +8 to this shit.
Yeah.
Alert,
Mr. Alert
baby.
Rogue.
I also have +8.
And this is like the more I play D&D, the more I am on blank side. Rogue is a
rogues.
broken glass.
I hate rogues. Hashtag
I hate rogues, but also your fucking little shotgun trick is just as evil as their sneak attack. So
that's because I'm smart and use magic correctly.
Please,
they get
please.
plus modifier and win.
you
Listen,
just
okay, listen, we haven't even gotten to how bad my sneak attack can get yet, alright? I'm still in the early stages. Wait till I hit level 5. Which is one
later
level
stages,
away.
It's over for you. I get enlarge reduce. Get ready for artillery.
Oh god.
Not joking. I know the recipe for making fireable artillery.
Wait till I get the fireball spell.
Look, okay, a DM I had before let me, with prep time, basically cast 5 fireballs simultaneously.
And unfortunately, I'm not going to let you have that unless you're fighting the big bad evil god. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, for today's session, we will be starting off with Nova. But before that, let's have a bit of conversation. As the no-so sort of calls the elderly man that he was working with over, the lady sort of, she adjusts the neck of her dress. Yes, it would count as a long rest, Nova. It was over the course of a few days, so multiple long rests. The woman with extraordinarily long hair adjusts the neck of her dress. Denoso, where have you been? I thought I wanted you here yesterday. Denoso, of course, he pinches the bridge of his nose. Celine, I was busy. I had to go visit Spindle. You understand? I'm sure you do. Yes, I know you had to visit Spindle, but also I told you to be back yesterday. And when I say yesterday, that means you're supposed to listen, because I'm High Lady, and you're going to listen to your High Lady. Okay? All right, Celine, whatever you want. I'm so very sorry. I just wanted to spend time with a good friend. Oh, yes. Good friend. We all know you two are boinking. Now, you picked up a few strays on your way. What's just why? Why have you brought a hunk of metal with you? Well, you have to understand, I don't care. I don't care. All right, just whatever. The smaller lady with rabbit ears then perks up. I'm just saying, Miss Catali would want us to be a little bit. Miss Catali doesn't exist. She is a figment of your head. Just go find Zane. But I don't want to find Zane. He's your caretaker and member of the High Council. Go find him, okay? But he's been. I don't care. Go. The rabbit-eared woman, the short one, sort of just hangs her head and walks away from the dock. The woman with long hair sort of pinches the bridge of her nose. Denise, make sure she is accompanied. I don't want her running off to this imaginary friend again. Denise sort of just nods, her antenna clicking, and turns off to ensure that Whisper finds her intended caretaker. As she leaves, the Celine, as you now assume this to be, looks over towards the end of the dock and gestures for the elderly woman to follow or to come to her, in which she does. And at this point, as this elderly woman is walking towards Celine, Nova, it is your turn. What is the first thing that you would like to do?
Well, Nova's gonna say, not like super loud, but Celine will probably hear this. This is the leader of this place? This is the leader of Velros.
Unfortunately.
You are going to shut your trap. I don't
Oh
hear
my
another
god, we're
word.
cooked. We're cooked.
So why have you brought a rat with? It even looks like a rat. When's the last time you shaved? You are.
I don't have any beard hair.
Nova.
When was the last?
Shh,
No.
Nova,
That's getting us into more trouble.
Nova, shh. Please, Nova. Please, Nova. I'm so sorry about him, High Lady. He got seasick, so he's just a little cranky.
And then I would hope
Mhm.
to the dragons that you. Please tell me that this is not someone Spindle sent. This is someone Spindle sound. Okay, all right. Oh, I knew she was a cunt, but I didn't know she was a
Okay, you
fucking
don't have to
moron.
say.
Oh.
You don't have to say. Okay, we don't have to. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that.
Like
We'll just
mother,
stop.
like daughter. Now, you see, I'm gonna take Denuso here,
Mm-hmm.
and I want none of you to cause any trouble while I'm busy with him. Okay? All right?
I never cause trouble.
Oh, yes, sure, definitely. Denoso sort of, again, looking mildly annoyed, just follows Celine. And as Celine turns, she gestures to the elderly lady and says, Athesia, you're a member of the council, yes? Can you make sure that these folk are accompanied while they enjoy their time here?
Yes, High Lady, of course, of course.
Good girl. Now I have to see about Denoso. I must go. And so she grabs Denoso by the wrist, and they both walk off towards the town and out of sight.
Nova flips her off as she walks away.
Tana's doing the same exact thing. Tana's using both her hands, just like.
And then Nova removes Civ's hand from his mouth. Really? Was that so necessary?
I hate Velros. I don't want to be here.
With your track
I hate this
record,
place.
yes.
Listen, okay, nothing I would have said wouldn't have been
That's the thing.
untrue.
No, see, you. Do you know how many people we are indebted to because of you?
This one seems crazy enough to actually have us execute.
You don't want this one. You don't want this one. You don't want this one. Especially
Yeah,
not with with who she
you're
has on her
probably right.
like who she has in her council. Just as bad. Denoso's like the only. I don't know everyone. I know a few. I'm like, there's Celine, obviously.
Oh,
you just met her.
actually, you would know everyone on the council, Lieutenant. Let me just...
But Renee doesn't. Renee doesn't.
Yes, let me pull up the
I know a few.
list. I sent this one to Asia, but that is the list of everyone in power, in order of rank.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. Anyway, so like y'all met Celine, right? She's the high lady. She won't let you forget that. There's Denoso, he's the second in command. The small one with the bunny ears, that was Whisper. She's pretty cool. We like Whisper. Whisper's cool. There's Yarn. Don't know him that well, but he exists. I just don't know him that well. There's Denise. I don't want to talk about Denise.
What's wrong with Denise?
Many things.
Okay.
And
Anyone else?
then there's Athesia.
I mean, the woman standing right next to us.
Yes.
Hi, Athesia.
Hello, small man.
I am not that small.
You're a little small.
I mean,
It's
I know.
comparatively to both me and Civith, I would call you small.
Anyway, that woman, in my time, I've interacted with a few nobles, and most of them have had sticks up their asses. But her, it is so far up her ass. I don't think anyone could pull it out.
It's not a stick. It's a whole tree.
You're telling me you've done this before.
Dealt
You're
with
still
annoying
not
her.
good at it.
I don't think you can ever be good at dealing with someone like that. I have a feeling that most of the people in this land feel the same way.
How many
Most
times
of the
have your
people in
feelings been
Velros.
correct?
Yeah, mostly
Many
We have
very
the
rich
High Council in front
YouTubers.
of us.
Yes, I was just about to mention you might want to just keep some of the more critical opinions to yourself. All right.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
Most of the people here already know my opinion on people here, so
Mm.
I ain't got nothing to lose.
I don't think that's necessary. These they're sensitive. Okay, fine. he just looks away, pouting slightly.
And with that, we move on to the person next in turn order, Tannen. What is the first thing that Tannen wants to do upon showing up in this land? Or continue talking, it's up to you all.
And Tana just does not want to be. She wants to leave, but she can't. Well, considering we don't know how long we're gonna be here, do you want to go to like the tavern, the inn? We could just, I don't know.
Is it not said we were going to be set up with arrangements first?
Are we? Tana will turn to Athesia. Are we getting arrangements?
Well, I mean, I own a shop if you need be. Potions of all different kinds. well, what? Am I misunderstanding what you mean? What kind of arrangements? Because when I think of arrangements, I think of equipment.
Like a place to sleep?
Ah, well, you could just buy a room at the tavern, really. I mean, listen.
Does that cost
Don't
money?
pretend I'm not even here. This is really just a formality to make sure you don't get yourselves or anyone else killed. So.
But you don't have to be here, right?
The High Lady said I have to chaperone you, so I have to chaperone you.
You don't have to. You could say you did.
Mhm. Aside from the tavern.
There are only really two taverns, or rather two kinds of taverns. They're both owned by different chains. One of them is mostly horror. It's called the Dancing Tabby Cat. There are a few locations dotted across the city, but this is for more poor areas. And then there is the Dragon's Wings chain, which is around the more upper class districts. But of course, those are the only two chains.
I'd like to go to the Dancing Cat. I think the food
You
there
don't
probably
know
tastes-
this. You don't.
Oh,
You don't
shit,
know
my
this,
bad.
Nova. I'm telling this to Athesia.
Damn it.
Personally, I would recommend the what's the name? The Dragon's Wing, I believe it was something like that. It's just it's got a bit more class than the other one in town. You seem like refined-ish people, maybe.
Just to keep in reference, I don't think any of them have showered for the last 3 days because they've been on a boat.
Okay, but like,
Esther is a giant pile of half scrap metal, half Terran armor.
yeah. Someone to bathe. There's a hot springs.
The water's
Go
right
to-
behind us, is it not?
Oh, good lord. Okay. You know, maybe the dancing cow would be better for the lot of you, really, if you're going to be bathing in the port. Good lord.
There is a bathhouse in the hot springs, Aphasia.
Well, yes, but there's a bathhouse present there. What have you not been to a hot spring before? I mean, I just thought. Good lord. So sure, but it's just they really just sent anyone, huh? Good lord. No, you can go. I really don't care that much. It's just maybe I'll feel differently after you've bathed. Maybe this isn't just the best foot for all of you. Yes, of course.
All right. So the party follows Athesia. She guides you through the streets. It is a rather bustling city. And as you walk towards the city center, you find a massive marble statue of a dragon, 4 legs and 2 massive wings. The statue itself bigger than any of the buildings in this area. The only thing rivaling its stature being the castle itself up on the mountain. And in it is a plaque engraved, if anyone would like to read. Alright, you go and approach the plaque, and it reads, "In honor of the dragon gods, in both this world and the last, they reign supreme in power. May our faith be ever held within them." And so the party follows. Follows Athesia as she keeps going through the town itself, and then to a bridge, over the bridge, through a series of stairs into and around the mountain, before coming to a small little alcove, a cave almost, with a wooden wall. Of course, this above the doorway into this room says change rooms, and to the right of said change rooms are the stairs upward, and you can see sunlight peeking through.
Well, yes. It's a bathhouse.
Well, this is the change room to the bathhouse.
Yes. Sure. I mean, I just don't know why you're all hanging around. There's the change rooms. Go. I'm not gonna.
All right. Does everyone else go on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Esther would probably just walk the rest of the way up.
All right, then. The party changes, except for Esther, and they all meet Esther as they walk up the stairs into the hot springs itself. It seems the water is warm. There are some koi fish within the ponds themselves, and 2 capybaras are sort of chillaxing in the water as well. Further up ahead, you see a bit of an alcove that goes up and out, out of view, and a door leading in a similar direction, but it's a lot closer than the actual stairway up. All right, okay, just for the DM you sent me, Renee, you take 1d7 fuck you damage. I'm
That's-
kidding.
Gonna die.
Call me a nerd again, and I'll fucking kill you.
Didn't do anything.
Well, currently in initiative, it is Tannen. So, Tannen?
We're at the hot springs, right?
Yes, you are at the hot springs. It looks
Tannen.
very similarly to the. Fuck you, Imperium. It looks almost exactly like our actual Marcadia hot springs.
I just imagine bigger.
Yes, just a little bigger.
Tannen's gonna start climb. If it has the same like rock wall thing you can climb to get like the top part, she's gonna start climbing up there.
Unfortunately, in this world, it is just some rather steep stairs.
Okay, then she's going up the stairs.
All right, then. You do. You find yourself at the top in this little alcove with some water flowing into the hot springs below. The water up here is a bit cooler, but it's still rather warm in comparison to what the harbor would have been.
Is the pool at the bottom deep enough to where if I jumped off, I would be okay?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, cool. Tannen's doing that.
Now, how are you falling? Is this a belly
Cannonball.
roll or
No,
is
it's
this
a
a belly
cannonball.
flop, cannonball, swan dive?
It's just actually no. She does a really elegant just dive, like swan, like really elegant swan dive into the water.
Got a flip in there.
Yeah, she does a flip. in the air.
Slips. And dies.
No, please.
All right then.
No.
I was just about to actually make an
my
acrobatics
God.
check for me.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god. I got 16.
All right. You, as you ready yourself to jump, there is a bit of a slip as you're just about to dive over. However, you're able to compose yourself after a very quick moment of panic, worried that you're going to, for lack of better words, eat shit. But you're able to compose yourself and you're able to swan dive rather elegantly, although without the flip, into the water below.
Yep, she's just gonna stay in the water. That's where she'll be.
All right then. And with that, we move on to Sivif. All right then. And after you do, what is that you would like to do? There are a few, although they are seemingly in their own group. They're a little ways away, but you think you see a reptilian man with an all green snout. However, with a very light beige stomach, and a orc man, seemingly sitting next to this small lizard folk. As well, with them is a man, dirty blonde, with a pair of goggles on his head, and next to him is an elven lady with a very pale complexion and white hair, and the man with goggles has his arm around her, but they seem to be keeping to themselves in the pool next over from you all. In case you were wondering, for everyone in Marcadia and actually knows these people, but of course you don't know this in character, that would be Yadata, Torquil, Viz, and Takari. Do you want to eavesdrop on them? roll an investigation check for me. Actually, no, this would be perception. Sorry. I'll let you use that 15 because I'm nice. Also, I'm feeling fucking pumped after arm day. Oh, I'm ready to crush someone's head between my fucking bicep. Anyway,
Jesus.
I've said so many other quotable things, but especially in the gym, I don't know. I get a little crazy in there. But back to DnD. You scooch over a little bit closer to the pool and listen in. The man the orc man sort of pipes up. So, are you two like, you know? And the man with goggles says, "Well, well, it's complicated, really." And then the woman, the elven woman with the white hair, sort of speaks up. Yeah, it's just a little complicated. We don't really like getting into it. The dragonborn, or lizard folk, sorry, speaks up. Well, I'm just like you two do a lot of romantic things, and like I'm pretty sure what you did last night was a date. Yeah, I'm just saying. It seems a bit, well, it's like we said, it's complicated. She's an elf, she'll live a lot longer than I will, and we both know this man seems to get a little choked up. There's something, but I. And then the elven woman speaks up again. It would be a bit too hard if we got into it. And the conversation sort of lingers on that for a moment and then transitions into the weather, the job of the little lizard folk who claims to be some sort of blacksmith, although just learning. Torquil talks about his food and the prospects of opening some sort of restaurant, and it sort of just becomes small talk. And with that, we move on to Esther. Esther, show up in the hot springs. What exactly does Esther do in the hot springs?
He's probably going to march right into the deepest pool he can and just sit down, like full encased in water. Just kind of sit there.
All right. You do so.
He needs a drink.
And you drink?
He needs a drink.
Okay.
He survives a lot off of moisture.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So you do. You sit in the deepest part of the pool. However, Tenon, you didn't see, and as you go up to dive into the water again, you do another swan dive, doing it rather effectively, and as you sink towards the bottom, you see Esther just sort of sitting there.
Tara just kind of waves.
He waves back.
She just nods and swims back up. Just, okay. Not gonna question that.
It'll be my turn. Bro needs his water. He's probably still fiddling around with the piece of metal, but other than that.
All right then. With that, we move back up to the top of initiative. Nova.
So I guess I just officially I'm coming out of the changing room, and
Yes.
I'm scoping the scene. Who should I sit next to? I should sit by myself. I'll go bother Sivith for now. Oh, I should also mention. I just want to mention this in case anyone actually cares. You could possibly notice that Nova has a lot of tattoos on his body, like a lot. Some on his arms, a more big one on his chest, and one on his back, as well as scars. And he's still wearing his mask because he always wears his mask.
The
He will.
mask stays on.
The mask
Yeah,
stays
stays
on.
during fellation.
We're all adults here.
I would fucking
Anyway.
hope so. This is an 18+ server.
Yeah.
Anyway, he sits next to He sits down next to Sivith, and he just sighs. This is actually really nice. Can't believe I never got to experience. This is the first time I'm experiencing it. Yes. Well, there was one hot spring in my city growing up. You know, it wasn't for people of my wealth, and it was pretty difficult to sneak in. Even if you could sneak in, it'd be pretty obvious to tell that you didn't really belong. So, yes, this is my first time being in a hot spring. Yeah. Was it also expensive in your world, or you just never had the opportunity? All right then. Oh, I guess this is first both then. Gotta say, I could get used to being in this all the damn time. I mean, there are worse things out there. And this is a more positive experience of water than I'm used to. Well, fuck it. You probably already know. Fuck it. I trust you. Yes, I was. Better to say I wasn't tortured. I was trained to endure it. It's kind of thing. It was kind of a thing you had to learn if you were a ward. So, yeah, because it was basic training for anyone in the guild, but it was especially harsher if you were one of the widow's wards. So, yeah, but I'm here. I think my first session was when I was. How old am I now? Let's see. I'm like, what, 20? Do the math. I started training when I was 4. So I guess I was 10-ish? Yeah, 10-ish. You okay? You good? Yeah, but what can you really do? It's in the past. Can't change it. So I can only move forward. But I can certainly say it builds character. I mean, look, okay, I don't know what to say here, alright? It, it happened. It's in the past. I'm moving on. I feel like most of us here do. I'm sure it's fine. Hey, Tannen,
Yeah, what's up? Hi.
what's your past like?
In the past.
Fair enough. See?
You don't. Yeah, you don't just ask someone their past in a public place.
What do you mean? I'm great at socializing.
Considering your flirting attempt the other day, I don't. I don't agree, buddy.
Okay. Flirting and general socializing are two very different things. And for your
Also,
information, I was very respectful.
how many people have we gotten indebted to because of your socializing?
Okay. I'm going to state, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All those situations were completely out of my control. That we could do nothing with
Out.
those guys at the tavern, okay? The only one that was really my fault was the first one. That's it. Everything else was just the universe coming against us.
Mm-hmm. Do you
And
need
I know
help
you're going to
socializing?
and I know you're going to say something, Esther, so just say it.
That was me saying it. Esther's under the pool.
Yeah, Esther's just sitting at the bottom of pool, like Percy Jackson style.
Look,
Mhm.
I'm assuming, do you know the story of how we even first got into this situation?
Not at all, no.
Well, okay. So we were in Slitherville. We were all signed up to be part of the what? It was the can I roll a history check
Mm.
to remember the
Yeah.
exact name of the thing we were enrolled in?
Yep. Yes, you can.
What does an 11 give me?
You do believe it was the Slitherville Guard.
Right. We were a part of the guard, I believe, volunteer, I think. Um, and well, we it that night we had just finished our shift, and I saw some terror guards heading somewhere, and I don't know, I got this feeling, you know. So I followed my gut, and I followed them. You know, they never spotted me following them, of course, and honestly, they were just really not talking about anything superficial, but I continued to follow them, thinking, maybe they would discuss whatever shit they were doing out in the open. So I followed them into this room that would lead to this hallway to a council room or whatever. But obviously, I as a person who's not a part of terror wasn't supposed to be there. So I disguised myself as a terror guard, and this one guy came up and he was able to figure out my disguise, which
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give him props. It was a really well to put together disguise. One of the best solutions I've ever done. But I guess I probably messed up somewhere when he was interrogating me. So there's that. Anyway, fight incurs. I almost die, and the leader of Slitherville, or what the leader of their militia or guard, whatever, has to kind of smooth things out, and then we end up having to do a job, or more so, I end up having to do a job, and then everyone else got roped in because of me. So yeah, but hey, we survived it. So okay, but okay. To be fair though, that was her fault. She would have survived if she had fought side by side with us instead of sitting in the back.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
what was her name again? Can I roll another history check?
Yes, yes, you certainly can.
Does a 19 work?
Yes, it does. You know that her name was Guinevere.
Her name was like Guinevere or some shit like that.
No, it
Not
was Guinevere.
I'm purposely messing it up.
Oh, okay.
Her name was like Guinevere or whatever. But though I do feel bad about, her dying. I can't feel too bad. I mean, death will eventually come for us all. The end is inevitable. Yeah, but I still don't like having to see people die or killing the people. Okay, no, you know what I mean. But anyway, after that, we went back and then we linked up with you. And you're a much better addition anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
Couldn't agree more. Anyway.
Well, I did. I will take it. I did kind of fuck up with Cal, but
Oh really? Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
yeah,
You got caught being a double agent, right?
yeah. I had a feeling you probably knew the entire time, but I survived.
Mm,
I lived.
well, I mean, fair enough. That's fair. You know, he probably knew you were a double agent because he probably knew who you were. I mean,
Yeah.
every what you should have done, in my opinion, is put on a disguise. I can teach you how to do that. Not
I
magic.
can. No, I can do it.
No, no,
I
no,
can do
not a magic.
disguises. I can do
Really
disguises. Yeah.
nice. Hmm.
Yeah. I can do disguises. I am my official like fancy title that Spindle gave me is Admiral Tannen. I just kind of do spy stuff for her
Mm,
when she needs it. So
uh,
I have tricks up my sleeve.
yeah. Back at home, I was considered the you may or may not find it surprising, but I was actually considered the best in the guild.
Dang, nice.
You think that, but it
Oh,
was it was kind of expected of me to be the best. My mother was also a member of the guild, and she was also considered the best. And well,
well,
when you're, let's just say I had a lot of expectations on me, and also a lot of people who were envious of me. It
uh,
it it was stressful.
sounds like it. I can't relate because my mom kind of died when I was like 6.
Oh, you actually got to know your mom?
She died when I was 6. Don't remember much,
What about
but
your dad?
he never existed. As in,
Ah,
I never knew him. I never knew
same.
him.
Apparently, after my mom died giving birth to me, he ran off because he couldn't. What's the word? I reminded him too much of my mother.
Ooh, ooh, that's rough. That's a rough one.
Ooh,
Oof.
yeah, no. I mean, it's not like I can't really do anything about that.
Yeah,
Probably
no.
would have been a shit father even if he did stay.
That's what, like whoever my dad was, he just kind of dipped. He wasn't there, so I'm like, he probably wouldn't have been a good dad anyway. So
Hmm.
no loss on my end.
And what about you, Sivith? Do you also have no parents?
No parent club.
We
Trophy.
all have like no parents. That's crazy.
technically, I have an adoptive mom. Technically, in a way,
Okay.
sort of.
Well, technically, I also have an adoptive mother, but you know, we don't. We're not. I'm not counting that. At least on my end. You know.
I count mine because she gives me money.
Mm. She gave you.
It it means okay. So Spindle is not by blood my mother, but ever since she found me, she has taken me under her wing. She has given me a place to live. She gave me kind of a home when I didn't have one, when I was in a very dangerous spot. And she just kind of became like a mother figure to me. So she's
Hold
not
on.
my.
I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna need to disappear for like 5 seconds. Keep on role playing, pretty please.
So she's not my real mom, but she was there when I needed it. She was there when I needed it. So
I didn't have a father or a mother, but I did have a mentor. He I mean I think he's still alive. I don't know. But he was hard old man. But out of everyone in the guild, he taught me most of what I know. And he gave me a lot of good advice. He
that's
when I he was also the first person to, I guess, try and cheer me up after my first kill, which I do not want to talk about. So, hey,
fair.
where's our lovely Tin Man?
He's under the water. He's just chilling down there.
Can you
He was
hear
messing,
us?
he was messing with the water. I don't know. Normally, you don't hear that well underwater.
You never know. Esther. Esther. Huh.
You
Because
might
he
have to
can't
like
hear.
actually, yeah, you might have to actually go swim down there and get him
But
up.
I I can't swim. I can't speak on. No, I can swim. I can't speak underwater.
Well, you don't have to speak. Just like wave. Just be like, just
Oh,
wave, or like go down there and just like knock on his head or something.
what? But where? What part of him is his head though?
The top part.
Oh
No,
right.
he's still
Oh
like the helmet.
oh right. Yeah.
Knock on
No.
his helmet.
Yeah. Right. Let me. Oh yeah. I'll go over. Goes over and just clank 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 and swims with and waves up and just waves in front of the suit that's probably resting as
Ladies
we
and gentlemen,
speak. Quick
I can't understand what you're saying.
question. Does by chance does out of character by chance does Victor no, the guy not Victor does Esther know common sign language?
No.
He does. Of course, he doesn't.
You can just motion upwards. He's
Oh,
not
then.
dumb.
Oh, in that case, I swim back down and then motion upwards.
Yeah.
You guys are overcomplicating things.
Yeah, I don't know why you were trying to sign language Esther of all people.
I don't know.
But yeah, okay, yeah, he'll surface back up, like basically walk on the bottom until like his head's above the water.
Oh,
You needed
Bryson's
something?
here. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Brashan, could you please roll me initiative, pretty please?
Yeah, give me a second. A 3.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, same as me.
Yeah, no. Could you roll again?
Okay.
Or actually, both of you roll again,
Okay.
just to see which one out of the two of you gets to go higher.
Oh, this is where I get a high number. 17.
Yeah, mine's 15.
Ah.
Okay. Right. Well then, Brashan, you are at the bottom of initiative. I am so sorry. Okay. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Well, as the party continues, or as Esther surfaces, one thing just to further describe the scene, Brashan finally comes up from changing, and everyone seems to notice that there is a bit of a rash, almost burn around the parts of Sivith that was underwater. And after she sits up, Tenon sort of snaps her fingers, and a cat comes out from behind the corner, or behind one of the walls, and curls up in Sivith's lap. A black and white cat, to be specific. Anyway, as you were, Nova, Esther.
Why? What? How, how did you know the cat was there?
You Cinnamon?
Yeah.
He's always there.
What do you mean he's always there?
He's always there.
That's not an act. That's not a detailed explanation.
He is always where I need him.
Oh, he's like a familiar.
Yes, he's my familiar.
Why didn't you just say that then?
I don't know. I wanted to be cryptic.
Oh my god. Anyway, you good, Sivith? Okay.
I was called up for a reason. What was that reason?
Oh, yeah, just wanted to include you in our lovely conversation. By the way, where's Brashan?
Right behind you?
Oh, he just looks up. There you are. How you doing?
I don't think Brashan is conscious at the moment, so.
No.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh.
What's happening?
Welcome back to Earth, Brashan. I just asked how you're doing.
Doing fine. The water's nice.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. Let me ask you a question. Back in your world, did you guys have hot springs like this?
Probably. Can't say I've ever been one myself.
Wow, that's 3 people now. Wait, actually, no, wait. Ten, did you come from another world, or were you born here?
Another world.
Did they have hot springs there?
Yes, but they were more the type that if you sat in them, your skin would burn off. So,
That doesn't. Okay.
uh,
So yeah. And you, Tin Man?
I don't know why you keep on giving me that name. I'm comprised
Well,
of tin.
uh, it's. I know you're not actually made of tin. Okay. I'm just making a joke. Would you like me to call you something else then?
I'm just more concerned of you getting it right. I mean, put a lot of effort into this thing.
Okay, fine. What alloy is your suit made of?
Not a clue. So many parts from everywhere. I can't really say. I was
Metal
gonna ask
Man.
about
That's it.
yarn.
Metal Man. Better?
Good enough.
Anyway. Oh. Now I think about it, we're just one. We are really one haphazardly assembled group, aren't we?
Yes, isn't that how most groups come together?
I guess. You know, we never actually came up with a name for ourselves, did we? Oh, I don't think we actually had we had a conversation, but then we shelved it.
I believe we forewent actually calling ourselves things because we wasn't really sure how long we'd stay together, but thanks to your actions, we seem to be a pretty tight-knit group.
Well, you know what? At least there's one. I'm going to take what I can get. Thank you, Metal Man. But thank you, Esther.
You're welcome, short man.
I'll let that one slide just this once.
For now.
But what do you guys think? What should we call ourselves? Hmm.
Did we
Mm.
pick a leader? I don't even remember if we picked a leader.
Do we have a leader? I thought it was. I figured we'd kind of just go with the flow, and
Yeah.
depending on the situation, leader changes.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, we can have a face of the group, but
Are you guys talking about looking for a captain?
Yeah.
oh,
Captain, general, whatever.
well, better just to decide on who the captain of our group would be for social situations, I guess.
Well, Sivith reminds me of my captain.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah.
I was I
Mhm.
second
Agree.
with
It's to the point, and, well, is very angry most of the time.
Mm,
Or
yes.
well annoyed.
You can get a little peeved. What about a second in command? If we should have one, I think it should be Esther.
Are we really big enough to have a second in command? I don't believe a second shipmate is possible.
I know, I'm just making jokes. But now that hmm?
We've seen pretty good to just do our own thing. Well, now that I say that, most of us seem good to do our own thing.
I will never live this down, will I?
No,
Though
Mm-mm.
I'll probably outlive most of you, so it should be fine.
I doubt it.
Probably not. Yeah, we'll probably live around the same.
I did say most, not all.
No, don't say that.
And don't put that in the world. I'm not ready to die just yet. Maybe you would.
Usually those who are not ready to die are the ones that do die.
Fair enough. Though I do hopefully plan to die when I'm around. What do you think? 10 and 5,000 sounds like a good number.
the idea of living to 5,000 terrifies me.
Guys count.
I don't want to live to be 5,000.
But so you want to live like to 1,900?
I don't exactly. I want to live long enough to when I die happy. I die content that I lived a life worth living.
That sounds like dying of old age. We have elven blood. That means a long ass time.
You can die, and you can die of old
Is it
age and still
really?
be unhappy.
We had a man croak on our ship once. It was not peaceful.
Well, then he wasn't. Well, did he die of? Was it old age or was it a sickness?
Honestly, I can't tell.
It was probably a sickness then. Because usually when you die of old age, you just close your eyes and don't open them back up.
I mean, most people died to athletes, but I mean, at least he got to die old. Or sick.
Yeah, probably stuff in his old world that we don't understand. Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's like, do we need a group leader?
It would mostly be for social settings. That's really it.
Mm,
Like
what?
outside of social settings, it's completely. We don't really have one. But in case of your 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 mother's pretty high up, so you should probably know how some of these
Yeah,
things go.
yeah, I'm
It's just for appearances.
yeah, I'm
Makes it,
third highest, like the third highest ranking person in Port Royal.
yep.
Yeah.
I feel like you're staring at me when you say that. Yeah, I mean, Russian is probably not the best for politics.
That's very true.
Wow. I guess we are agreed on Civis being the face in times of political need.
Hmm. Now we just need a name. What do you think, Esther?
I was never the one to name things. I didn't even name myself.
Hmm. I guess we can table it for now.
From what I hear, mostly you earned your name.
Uh,
That
can't go around. We can't go around calling ourselves that now, can we?
we can go around calling ourselves a problem. It'd be advertising.
Hmm.
We defeated those monsters, weird as skull people, remember?
We survived a suicide mission. Survivors? Immortals? Well,
Uh, what about the
that'll
Expendables?
be broken when Nova dies.
Not the Expendables.
Hmm. Dang, there's so many things we can go with.
We're so proud of that one. So proud. We could be guardians of a globe.
Hmm.
You guys could be some sort of teen titans.
No, none of
They're
us are
not
teens.
titans.
I mean, we don't need one right this second.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
from what I've discovered, trying to call yourself something rarely ever works out. It's usually based off of, well, what everyone thinks you are.
Mm, that's fair. From what we've seen, people think of us as nuisances, problems, or useful tools.
The toolbox.
Mm. Huh.
I think the rug name will fall into our lap.
Yeah. If anything, we're just a bunch of misfits thrown together. Hey. Oh,
BMTG.
what about overall?
Bunch of misfits thrown together. Boomtka. No, it doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Mm. We're all also outsiders from this world. We could call ourselves the outsiders.
Is advertising our our uniqueness and alienness a good thing?
Probably not.
The book? Yeah. It's a book.
Okay.
I'd read it.
Well, we also do kind of void. We've been voyaging everywhere. What about the Voyagers? I don't know. I'm throwing here things here, guys.
True. Not bad.
People hear that, they think we voyage. We go around places.
And we
Technically,
do.
yes.
Yeah.
Do we choose to, or is this more of errands we keep getting put on?
Voyaging is voyaging. Doesn't matter the reason.
We
True.
don't even have our own ship.
Not yet, at least. We just need to get enough money to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm still trying to lay low from the tax guy.
Wait, is that why you crashed your ship?
No. That's why I don't want to be near the crashed ship.
Well,
Comes for
it's
us all.
it's been a couple weeks, and we're far enough from Slytherin as it is. There's no way that whatever
He
taxman
knows
is after.
all. Comes out of your
Damn,
bags of holding.
damn, you must really not want to pay taxes. I can respect that. Yeah, it feels like way longer than that, but yeah, it's only been a few weeks, and okay, come on, Riley.
A Bishop of Clan. Please be the Clash of Clans, please. I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting. This is not very DM of me.
Hmm. So. Hmm.
How many of us are there again?
Let's
You actually
see.
did the sensual sex. I'm so sorry.
Me,
Well, if
Brash,
we
and
kill off one
Lilith,
person, it'll work.
Cannon. Me, Brash, and Lilith, Tannen,
There's 6
Tiveth,
of them.
and Esther. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, there's 6.
Hmm. What a conundrum. But yes, we can shelf the table for another topic. I actually want to bring I want to bring up the leader of this place, and as he speaks, his voice audibly becomes lower, so the other people nearby can't hear him. Honestly, can I be really honest? I think she just needs to get laid, like, badly. I think that. I think no. I think that's what it is. Really, think about it. You can tell. You can
You
tell
saying
that.
she needs a nap?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Look, look. Okay, you can call me vulgar all you want, but if you really think about it, that like all that bitchiness is probably just sexual frustration.
No,
Would you know
no,
this, or
no, it's not. It's not.
Oh,
It's just her.
damn it.
some people are just born like that?
Yes, I do, but I also know that. Yes, I have grown up around women. I know how women work. Okay.
Mm.
I've grown up around people. I still don't understand how you people work.
Okay, look, it's just that sometimes, and I've seen it, sometimes when someone just hasn't been touched in a while, they can get cranky.
I
Oh
believe
my
I
god,
remember one of my crewmates calling this being misogynistic.
No,
dude.
it happens with men too, so no, I'm not being misogynistic.
Well, you're cranky all the time. What does that mean?
I'm just saying it could be a reason. Oh, excuse me for thinking that there was a way we could solve the solution.
Why is copulation always the first thing on your mind?
Oh, hell no. Oh,
Is that an
oh,
offer? No.
oh, hell no. I'd pay someone to solve it, but I'm not solving it. Fuck.
Oh
So
Yes,
you
I
my
tried with the
would.
god.
old lady, but you won't try with the person of your same race.
Listen, listen, okay, listen, all right, listen. If I'm going, if I'm going to lose my virginity, I want it to be
Oh,
someone
so
Oh
you
my
in.
are
god.
speaking from experience.
Oh my god.
What?
Why are we having this conversation in the hot springs?
I will remind everyone,
Classic
Athesia
hot
is right
springs.
there, and she is hearing
Yeah.
all of this.
I
She just heard that
forgot
the only
she
reason to
was.
solve Celine's bitchiness is to bone her. So just
Ugh, I know. Why do you always do this? It always goes to this. What is the what? Why is it the steam? Somebody put something in the fucking water.
the curse, the curse of the curse of the hot springs never
Sure, no one
escapes.
drinks. They might be waking up somewhere they don't want to be.
Oh my god. Okay. No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. You. Okay. Athesia, ancients I could pay you to forget what was just discussed.
Now trying to bribe a High Council member.
if I can get this one to what? Just she's standing there, just pinching the like the bridge of her nose, just shaking her head.
If we have a leader for
'Cause-
political situations, can we have an outcast for it? I nominate Nova.
Uh, Nova to what? Could you speak clearly, please? I just want
I
this
think she was talking out of character.
Okay. I don't know, man.
Nova clearly has a type. He likes the older woman.
Uh-huh. No, I was going in character to be an asshole and to try to get her to compose herself to reply.
I wonder. I kind of wonder if Athesia's actually also dying inside.
Yo, Athesia, why are you trying not to laugh, bro?
So, listen.
Nova,
Okay,
Nova,
Athesia,
I
what are
think
the chances that you tell Celine about this conversation?
I don't. Do you know? I mean, you're some spindle, right?
Yeah, but she didn't tell us much.
I just the. It's just so much work if she were to kill you or do whatever she would if she heard about this. So you know what? No, just I wasn't here for that. All right, just. Uh,
Hmm. You seem like you need a break.
I.
oh my god.
Uh-huh. I mean, I
Tan's
guess
gonna lean.
work bits.
Tan's gonna lean
But-
over to Nova and whisper in his ear. She looks cranky. Maybe pent up.
If I
What is
had a
what
dagger,
is this one?
That was whispered only to Nova.
I know, but what is this one whispering to you, Nova?
she is just trying to annoy me. It's nothing bad, I promise.
I would
But
hope so.
no, yes, no. I do apologize for my actions. I just people. I mean, I usually don't see eye to eye with nobles.
Mm-hmm.
They can be a bit.
Not sure you see eye to eye with much of anyone.
Hey, I see eye to eye with people.
I
Mhm.
was gonna say, most nobles I know are short.
Sorry.
You know what? No, you know what? You know what? I'll be right back. Hey, any chance there any crates in the area? Like crates that would
What?
hold, like how in some bathhouses you have like a box that would hold some soap or anything. We got any empty ones of those or empty basins?
There is a half-empty cask of wine in one of the alcoves, sort of a little mini kitchen area.
All right, I go over there. I carefully remove the wine bottles, and I come back with the cask, and I set it down on the floor and stand on it and just stare at Civet. I'm, you know what? Fuck you.
I didn't know Civet was cranky too. I'm so sorry.
If we're going off that metric, everyone loves Esther.
Spindle made a joke about Sivith being cranky. I'm sorry.
All right then. So, shenanigans with the party ensue as Nova is about to start a little bit of a kerfuffle with Sivith. However, Hannon, you notice something interesting. Cinnamon is having a bit of a feud with a all-white cat a little ways away. And the two seemingly just have their hairs stuck up, and they're both, you can tell, very upset at each other.
Shit. Tannen runs over. Cinnamon, no. Cinnamon, no.
As you approach, you see that this cat is not only all white, but it is also a little bit translucent.
What? Cinnamon, return to me. Do not talk to the ghost cat. Do not fight the ghost cat. You are not prepared for that, little man.
Cinnamon climbs up your leg and wraps himself around your neck. As the ghost cat sort of just sits down in front of Tannen and licks its paw.
Hello, small ghost cat. Tannen will just slowly crouch down and like hold her hand out, like offering.
The ghost cat sort of sniffs your hand a bit before it lurches a bit, and then what you initially think is a hairball comes out of its mouth and slaps itself in the palm of your hand. But then upon inspection, it seems to be a crumpled up piece of wet parchment.
Ew. Okay. This is why I'm happy Cinnamon is a familiar. Tannen will unravel it.
In extraordinarily crude and almost illiterate English, you think it says follow her.
Do I need to follow you alone, or can I grab my friends?
The cat licks its paw and sort of brushes it against its ear.
It's not an answer. It's not an answer.
And it
Okay.
rolls onto its back and starts like bathing itself.
Where are you taking me?
It sort of just keeps bathing itself,
Okay.
waiting for you to make the first move.
She'll slowly back up, not taking her eyes off of the cat. That slowly backs up towards the others again, without looking away from the cat. Guys.
Oh.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do y'all see the cat?
No,
You all do see the cat.
not at all.
Ration. Yes, we see the cat.
Okay. I've been told to follow the cat.
Mm, can we get change first?
Unsure. I've just been told to follow the cat.
The cat just keeps sitting there bathing itself.
Nova runs into the changing room and comes back out back in his
Esther will just
regular clothing.
once Tannin is sure one of them is watching the cat, she'll go and change and then come back.
Mister will just kneel down, look at it.
Hey, kitty. Where you? You told me to follow you. Where am I following you?
You're like you approach the cat again.
Yes.
Well, as you approach the cat, it sort of stands up, done bathing itself, and does a big cat stretch before it looks up at you and poof, it's gone.
Awesome.
If you could please make a perception check for me.
That is 23.
A.
Fuck, holy fuck.
was about to say,
You quickly
help.
look around, darting your eyes, and you find this cat sitting just above the entrance into the hot springs.
This is gonna be fun. Yay. Tannin just start walking towards the cat again.
I guess I'm gonna change back into my clothes as well.
Away we go after the ghost cat.
All right. The cat hops down from its seat above the entryway and sort of just prances its way down the stairs. I assume everyone keeps following said cat.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the real question is, does Thesia follow? Just give me a yes or no.
Yes.
Alright. The whole gang, including your escort, follows this cat through the streets of Velros, again crossing over the large, towards the large statue, however, quickly turning off and sort of just sits in front of the and sits in front of a shop. Doesn't seem very conspicuous. The window blinds are drawn. However, on the sign it says Zane's Tea Shop.
Oh.
Hmm.
She does sound nice.
I'm gonna go get some tea.
Yeah,
Like,
Right then,
I feel like
do you
one of
walk into the tea shop?
I feel like one of us
Yes.
should distract these. She doesn't follow us everywhere.
I think sending her away makes us sound more guilty.
That's fair. Okay. And Tannen will just walk inside the tea shop.
All right, you do. The tea shop itself seems rather empty. However, you see a few Velros guard sitting there, all which seem to be human. However, Denise is also there. However, she is slumped over the table. And across the tavern, you can see a man with black fox ears, with the purple fur inside and a tail, wagging as he sits across from Whisper with a cup of tea in front of her and a cup of tea in front of him. Whisper, it's rather obvious, but Whisper seems a bit uncomfortable, while Zane seems rather, or the fox man seems rather content.
Wait, I need to ask you something.
Yes.
No, never mind. Tannen's just going to walk over there with a big smile. Whisper!
As she sees you specifically approach, she goes, Tantan! And sort of immediately gets up and gives you a hug. Could everyone please roll me an insight check?
Ooh.
Insight.
Insight. Please.
Nat
1.
1. No!
Oh.
I got a nat 1
I
with a +3.
I got a
I got a-
2 plus
I got
5.
I got a flat 19. So close to a 20.
Of
I
all
got-
times. Of all times.
I got a nope, not a 73. I got a 7.
Unfortunately, actually, Brashen, what did you get?
20. What was the roll
Pardon?
for?
An insight.
Insight. Okay.
I got 19.
19.
Oh. Above them.
Sivith, what did you get again? Sorry. Oh, 8. Unfortunately, Nova and Brashen, you two, it's fairly obvious to you two, however, the rest of the party is completely oblivious. Whisper is very clearly, intentionally putting Tannen between her and Zane. And Zane seems rather upset that more people have shown.
That's what I was doing with Tannen, was I was having Tannen intentionally being overly friendly to, like, yeah, basically the same thing.
And with that, we should probably revert back to initiative order. Nova, your go.
Well, picking up on what
Actually, and I will also, just to let everyone know, I'm going to assert Athesia into turn order right below Brashen. Have we skipped people? Who was the last person who had their turn?
I think we
Alright, okay, alright. Both Brashen and Nova know this, so we'll start at the bottom of turn order because Brashen hasn't been here a while. Brashen.
I don't know what we're doing.
The party, you essentially know as much as everyone else. The party has been brought here by a ghostly cat visage, with a note that just said "Follow me." And when you came in, there was Zane making Whisper uncomfortable, as it usually is, and then a series of Terra guards, one of which being Denise, who is. They're all vaguely shit-faced, or in different stages of being shit-faced, on a table across the tea shop.
At a tea house?
Yeah, it is a tea house.
I mean, I don't really like tea. So there's not much for me to do except I guess talk to Zane, make sure Whisper's a little bit further away or something, but I don't think Brash would do anything. So I mean,
Do you want me to just
skip me? Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we're back up to top of turn order.
Didn't you say Athesia was right after?
Oh, yes. Athesia. I don't really have a character sheet, but what do you think this version of Athesia would be doing?
This version of Athesia, I think she's just gonna kind of look at the current situation. She's gonna kind of like just look like very, very stiff and uncomfortable. She's gonna turn to Barty and say, "I'm going to go talk to Denise over there. Just get me when you leave so I can keep doing my job." She walks over and starts having a conversation with her.
At this point, the rest of the party can very easily hear this, but Denise is just drunk. She had brought a bottle of what looks to be a few bottles of wine into the place, and she has been sharing it with her two colleagues. But she is so shit-faced.
Oh god.
To answer your question, this will be good for everyone. It's about late afternoon, like maybe 3 o'clock.
Good lord, it's the sun's not even really close to set yet, Denise. Good lord.
You don't control me. I'm higher ranking than you, I think.
So I suppose that just means you could just do nothing again in this bar. A bar. You're
This
getting
is
wine
not
to-
a bar. I'm drinking tea.
Yeah, that's not tea.
It is tea. It is tea, and I, hi.
Yeah, I want you to do me a favor, Denise. All right. No, just do me a favor.
If
Get up.
if I'm gonna do you a favor, and she pokes Athesia's chest rather aggressively, then I want you to do a favor for me.
What?
I think you know what. And then she very clearly tries to wink, but then blinks with both eyes, and then proceeds to smash her head against the table as she falls unconscious.
Well, I think Athesia, like brings her arm under her shoulder, kind of just hoists her up, like, ugh. All right. I think I'm going to go get her situated. Just swing by my shop at some point. Can't leave you unattended too long.
Yeah.
Just look for the studio. All right. She
Yeah.
just
I
walks Denny out.
recommend splashing her with water.
With that, it is Nova's turn.
Well, that was certainly interesting. I can certainly see why Dana doesn't like talking about her. I can't believe I can't believe that this is one of the major fighting forces against Terra.
Or are they
The
still
fox
alive?
man speaks up. Denise isn't the only one of high ranking. Princess Whisper here is absolutely dashing when it comes to her rank, and I myself am a part of the High Council as well. And he bats his eyes a bit.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. You're continuing to prove my point.
Well, I am Zane. the local kitsune of Velros, and he gives a bit of a bowed head. Well, it's a bit of a big deal. I'm sort of the only one of my kind. There's plenty of other nekos, but I'm a kitsune. It's a bit of a
You,
well, it's my tea house, the most luxurious tea house in the entirety of the Alliance, maybe even all of Marcadia.
That's full of drunk people.
Oh, that's just Denise. She's usually drunk.
And the
He's
others?
their head of guard.
Well, the others are just her buds. They're co-workers of hers.
she's not the head of security of this place, is she?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, Whisper, it's not very hard to see, but she is definitely uncomfortable. Zane, however, does speak up and he goes, well, that's Princess Whisper, the adoptive daughter of Celine Ombre, and I've been tasked as her caretaker, so if you could please hand her back.
Mm,
And her back?
And her?
You say that like she's an object.
I'm looking after her. Because Celine demands it. And of
Canon.
course, I find her company absolutely delightful. So I don't see a reason why I shouldn't have her back. Celine said I needed to be, so I am. Now I appreciate you not questioning a member of the High Council. And he proceeds to stand up.
I
Um,
have a question.
Tannen. Tannen's going. Is Whisper's like super small, right? Like Whisper's big
Yes.
enough where I could like kind of lift her up and put her on my shoulders.
She was about the same size as the cat.
Okay, yeah. Tannen's gonna do that and lift her up and be like, "We have so much to catch up on," and she's gonna give a really
Tan, yes,
hard.
I would love to. I would love to.
She's gonna give a really
Um,
hard look to Nova and Sivith, like, "Shut up."
No, wait, no. I got a better idea.
No!
No,
No!
wait. Let me explain it first
Let
before I
him
do in
talk!
character. Let me explain it. All right. First, I want to ask, are there any like hanging flower pots in the
God.
tea shop?
yes, there are.
Cool. Are any directly above Zane?
Do not assault a High Council member!
Please, no, fuck.
Oh, no. Listen, guys, I can turn my mage hand invisible.
Yeah,
Fair enough. All right.
Tannen.
Fair enough.
Tannen's just gonna have Whisper on her shoulders, just like we have so much to catch up on. Where somewhere we can talk.
Well, Whisper, her ears perk up a bit. The entire interaction, they've been both rather down. However, they perk up a little bit, and she just goes, "Well, there's a few rooms upstairs that are supposed to be private, but also we can always be down here because Zane needs to watch over me, and we can always just be down here."
Well, which one do you want?
Mom doesn't really let me pick.
Well, I'm letting you pick because I'm indecisive.
She doesn't say anything, but she sort of nods her head upward towards the stairs.
Okie dokie. Guys, I'm gonna take Whisper upstairs real quick so we can catch up.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
no
it's
problem.
been
We'll
so
keep,
long
don't
since I've
worry,
seen
we
her.
won't.
I'm gonna just kind of casually walk to the stairs and go upstairs.
The white cat sort of poofs in behind her as just follows her up. Nova, what is the thing that you were wanting to do?
What I was wanting to do is, you know, use my mage hand to kind of unhook one of the, if there was a flower pot directly above Zane, just unhook it and let it fall down, make it look like an accident, like poorly secured chain or whatever, and just put him to sleep for a bit.
Can I have
Totally an accident.
Esther see he's thinking about this and just put his hand on his like shoulder beat and like just kind of grip it a little?
You see as Nova goes to cast the incantation and you quickly put your arm on his shoulder. Nova, do you continue?
Nova does not. He just raises his hands up in defeat. It would have worked.
Let's kill.
Yes, you can. Oh, well, we have dandelion tea, rose hip tea, green tea, yellow tea, black tea. We have Earl Grey, we have Port Royal Breakfast, we have Terra Specialty, we have Fieldberry, we have Sweetberry, we have, and he keeps listing teas. Well,
A medicinal tea.
we have a blueberry with a rose tea. Stings on the way down, but it's usually good for putting people to sleep, or at least relaxing them a bit. We usually have one tea size. Well, it appears as though Tannen has gotten in the way of my royal duties, so I guess we're open for business. Yes. All right then. And he sort of squints his eyes and looks around at the party and just slinks off towards the back of the tea house.
It's the part where you try and scold me now.
As Scold, just say, stop trying to be mischievous every chance you get.
Okay, yeah, but he was clearly making her uncomfortable. I was just gonna.
You wish to assault someone high up?
It wouldn't be assault. I would never assault someone of such high rank. it was it would have been an accident, you know.
An accident
Sometimes
with only us here and a very stable hook. Yes.
I don't know. That hook doesn't look too stable, you know.
Everyone joined.
I
All right then. Esther and Nova walk outside.
okay.
I
Maybe it wouldn't have been a great idea, but I don't think anyone would have figured it. I don't think I could have made it look like an accident.
Nova, how about this? When I think your shenanigans are acceptable for the time, I'll give you a thumbs up.
That's way too obvious.
Okay. Well then, more shenanigans.
Fine, I'll take the thumbs up.
There we go. Now, do we wait or do we explore?
I feel like if we try and wander off, we'll just get into worse trouble.
Look at you becoming self-aware.
I'm
We
going
were-
to let that one slide.
We were asked to meet up at a shop, but that was all of us.
Actually,
I do have someone I wish to visit.
wait, actually, I just realized something. We don't know where her shop is.
Something studio.
Fair enough. But, like, have you seen the size of this place?
Wouldn't say no bigger than Port Royal.
It is actually bigger.
Yeah, where did you learn how to count? It's much bigger than Port Royal. Port Royal's a port city. They're always usually layered pretty similarly, but this place is different.
Very mountainous, I do agree.
Right. Navigating here will be way more difficult than navigating Port Royal. No, I'm not saying it can't be done.
Yeah, if our boat leaves without us, that's a bad idea.
Right. And we really need to get to Amaris. Aren't we supposed to be here for what? 3 days?
You don't actually know how long you're supposed to be here. Denosa never said.
I assume
Oh.
it's however long it takes for Denoso to not be busy again.
And that is if he tells us when he's not busy, he just leave. He seems like the
I mean,
type to do that.
We were assigned to him. He seems to like that spindle person, so.
Fair enough. Good. What is taking them so long? Oh, yeah, I am Medzer.
All right. And with that, we move on to Tannen. Tannen, you found yourself a private room with you and Whisper. What is it that you're doing?
Okay, so I don't actually have anything to catch up on, but you looked really uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little bit. Today he kept touching my ears, and I told him not to do that, but he kept touching my ears, and it made me feel funny, and I didn't really like that a lot. And then he kept talking about how soft my tail looks, and I don't really like that. And he really wanted me to touch his tail, and I think that's weird, and I didn't like that.
Do I have permission to cut off his hands?
I think if you do that, Mom would be very mad.
She already doesn't like me that much. So would I really be losing anything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Mom and Spindle don't really like each other, and I don't want them to fight because when they fight, that usually isn't good. And then Tara usually does some bad things.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, you're away from him right now. You good?
And she nods.
Did you? Is the cat yours? Is the ghost cat yours?
The ghost cat curls up next to Whisper, almost being roughly the same size, and she nods again.
Did you send the ghost cat? Why did you send the ghost cat?
Because we don't get adventures here a lot, and you guys are supposed to save people, and I thought that was like being saved or something, because I didn't want to be in that place with him, and you guys saved me. So,
I want to do something really stupid. I want to do something really stupid that might get me in a lot of trouble. Well, do you want away from the tea shop? Is there a window in this room?
There is a window in this room.
Cool. I'm gonna go over there and open it.
You do so. Not locked.
How far is the drop?
It is only a single story.
Okay. Kind of want to look back at Whisper. You want to go?
Whisper sort of looks around and she dusts off her bright pink dress before she takes out a ring from one of her pockets and puts it on her finger before she whispers into it, and she becomes a cat, just like the one next to her. And then they both go to the window.
That's a neat trick. I want to do that. That's cool. Okay. That's not fair. I want to be able to turn into a cat. Okay. Jenna's gonna poke her head outside the window and try to see if she can find the others.
She can very easily see Nova and Esther just having a little bit of a back and forth.
Nova! Esther! Nova!
Yes.
Come here.
Shannon.
Come here. And act so casual. Come here.
You need something?
What's up?
Yes, I need you to catch a cat.
I could probably reach up there. Hold on. Place them in my hand.
Tannen will look down at Whisper Cat and be like, is it okay if I pick you up and hand you down to my friend?
The cat nods.
Okay, Tannen will pick up Whisper Cat and transfer Whisper Cat to Esther.
As you transfer Whisper Cat, the other cat next to you poofs and then reappears on Esther's shoulder.
Be careful with the cat, please.
Will do.
And as Esther grabs a hold of the cat, it poofs back into Whisper.
That's why.
Oh, I see. Still basically in the palm of his hand, lets her down. Hello.
Hi. She waves.
Making a daring escape, are we?
She nods.
Okay. You also need help, Tannen?
I think I got it. Yeah. Tannen will
I'll
carefully.
give you landing room.
Yeah, Tannen will carefully climb out the window and get back to the ground.
It's something that you have done 1,000 times before, so you land fairly safely onto the ground.
Okay. So we need to get away from this tea shop before they realize that she is no longer in there.
Well, Sivith will probably be mad, but we were about to walk around anyway.
I
She's
have a
the
friend. His name is Yarn. I like him.
I was
He's
just
safe.
about to say, let's go look for him.
Do you know where he is? Okay.
Oh, there we have it, Nova. We have a guide.
Yep. You should probably let Sivith know that we're gonna
Yeah.
take a walk.
Yes, I'm still supposed to be upstairs, so it needs to be one of y'all.
Nova, you're good.
Yeah, right. I got it.
Make sure
he
not to
walked.
be you about it.
You know, right. Yeah, I got it. He walks back into the tea shop. Hey, Sivith.
And Brashen is also still in the tea shop with Sivith.
Hey guys. So me and Esther, we're just gonna go on a quick walk. Don't worry, we'll be back. Maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if you want to stay here or not, but if you want to come along, you're more than welcome to. Do we? Well, all right. Well, Lester wants to go to this blacksmith whose name is Yarn. So if you can find your way there. All right.
Brashen, are you wanting to go with them?
Yeah, sure. I get up from my chair and just walk over. Hope you don't need help with the tea, Sibith. I'm leaving this place. I wanna, yeah, just leave. I walk out the door.
All right then. Nova walks out, and Brashen quickly in tow. With that, we will end Tannen's turn, because this is still technically Tannen's turn, and move on to Sivith. Sivith, you are in the bar, alone, with the two drunk guards across a few tables away. And then eventually Zane comes out, his ears sort of flickering back and forth, with two teas. The blueberry wither and a red tea. He sets them down in front of you and goes, the blueberry wither tea, and then some rosehip, a personal favorite. It doesn't really do anything. It's just made out of roses. Tastes very nice. Well, wither rose is rather hard to come by. That's going to be at least a silver. So a silver and 5 bronze. You do. He takes it and sort of just puts it in his pocket and walks back. And walks towards the back. Not going in, but leaning up against the door. She leaves the store?
Fuck Tannen,
I
I
will
guess.
say the
Keep
nature of
Zane
a tea house
occupied.
is that he brings the tea in cups to you, not the tea bag.
I was wondering what you were gonna do with 2 hot cups of tea. Yeah.
It works just like a coffee place, except instead of coffee, they're holding is tea. Yes, you have 2 cups of tea in front of you. Yeah, you should have. He takes it and he says, "Oh, well, rosehip is my favorite, so I might as well sit with you." Wherever Whisper is usually. She's delightful. We usually sit in that corner right over there. And he gestures to the table he was just sitting at with Whisper. Yes, please do. Yes, the High Council of Velros. Make a Constitution saving throw. Yes.
Ugh.
You take a sip of this tea, and almost immediately, it's far quicker than what a usual tea should be, you fall unconscious.
Oh no.
And as you are drifting in and out of consciousness, you see Zane gesture towards the guards who stand up. And as they approach you, you see one of them put on a pink axolotl mask, and the other one put on a white fox mask. And you fade unconscious.
My sleepy
Oh my
delirium,
God.
no.
And with that, we move on to Esther. Esther. Whisper is currently sitting in the hood, currently using you as a existing as a backpack of sorts. She is pointing you in the direction of Yarn. You go through the town square again. You cross over the same bridge that you went to go to the hot springs. And then you find yourself next or in front of this absolutely massive forge built into what appears to be an amethyst geode. The party, everyone is in awe of the absolute magnitude of it. 3 smokestacks come out of the top, spewing smoke, for lack of better words, into the air. And of course, at the front, there seems to be a few windows, of course, the walls itself being made out of copper. Esther, what is the first thing that you do as Whisper directs you right to this blacksmithy?
It's very impressive. Let's walk up to the front.
You walk up to the front, and there is. I'm so sorry for ruining your plan, Fairworth, by the way. You walk up to the blacksmithy, and there is a rather large oxidized copper bell or doorbell. Do you press it?
Yes.
You do so. A very large chime of a bell can be heard, almost like church bells. And then you hear, a minute, give me a minute. And then a minute goes by, 2 minutes go by, 3 minutes go by. Still nothing at the door.
I peer through a window. Just
You do, and you see a red-haired dwarf working rather carefully on what appears to be a very large sword. What looks to be some sort of executioner's blade, the tip being flat.
interesting.
Whisper pokes the machine or your suit's cheek.
Yes,
I have a key.
you do.
Yeah, it's my best friend.
Oh. Would it be rude of us to walk to ask unannounced? He seems pretty busy.
He usually likes it when I visit.
Alright then. I'll let you down.
You let Whisper down, and she pulls out a key from what appeared from one of her dress pockets, and she sort of looks up or looks at the lock, being a little bit taller than her, but her still being able to reach it. And she unlocks the door, and this actually fairly large door, high, big enough to fit Esther, swings open.
Opens by itself. Interesting.
Do you go in?
Yes.
Does the rest of the party go in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay out here.
I'll go in.
Okay. All right. So Ten and Anova also go in. Whisper sort of waves rather excitedly at Yarn, going, "Hi, Yarn." Yarn sort of perks up a bit in terms of her. Hold on. Could you do Yarn's accent for me just once? Blank. I'm blanking on it.
God, if I remember it.
Because you played Yarn initially, and like
Yeah.
there are a few accents I can't do, like the German one. Hence why Denoso is Spanish, not really German.
I didn't give him too much of an accent. It was mostly just me doing a gruffer voice. To see if I remember like something he'd say. Oh, hey, Whisper. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, hey, Whisper. Um, you brought friends. What can I do you for?
Well, I have a lot of questions and maybe some money left over.
Hmm. And what brings the princess here? And he sort of goes and gives her a big hug. Well, Zane was being weird again, and then Tantan saved me because she's an adventurer, and that's what adventurers do. He sort of just looks up at Tan and just nods a bit. Well, what brings you all here? I assume at least that one. What is that made out of? And he sort of approaches Esther and taps on the suit. And as he gets closer to you all, you will notice something very interesting about him. Half of his face seems incredibly deformed, almost like an extraordinarily bad case of eczema has taken over half of his face and one of his arms. There are almost unnaturally large pimples and pustules across the entirety
even
of his
worse.
face. With half of his cheek drooping, sort of almost looking like he was a victim of stroke. The rash, while not actively leaking with pus, seemingly does have a few open sores. And as he approaches Esther, he sort of knocks on his legs a bit. What's this part made out of?
I believe I stole those from the Terran armor. Most of my old armor
I
was, well,
see.
shattered.
Well, then my guess would be this would be mage steel. Huh. Interesting.
Makes sense. They were called mage hunters.
Yeah, makes sense. Terra's a bit narcissistic like that, eh? Think they're better than everyone.
They're not as good as you. I actually came here to ask you about this, and I pulled out the sphere of the metal I bought from Denoso.
Oh, I see. You like my living metal. Well,
Like,
what's got you interested in it? You wanna buy?
Well, maybe. This cost a lot just by itself, but the function behind it, how you came up with it, how is it used, and, well, maybe some tips and tricks on manipulating it, and it'll turn it into, like, a point. Best I can do are basic shapes, but
Wow. You gotta have a real connection to it. See, how Denoso described it to you was that you need to just simply impose your will upon this thing. However, even though you claimed ownership of this, Yarn sort of just clasps his hands together and then rubs them before staring at the object, and it forms itself into a miniature doll of Esther. See,
immaculate
one
detail.
thing that's special about these things is no matter who gets their hands on them, he points towards his temple. As soon as he does, it proceeds to leak a bit of pus. I have control over most of them.
Most?
Most all. There are a few I can't reach. The ones that sunk to the bottom of the ocean or get thrown into volcanoes and such. But all the ones that are active, I always have a say in what they are.
So their shape goes through you first.
Sort of. See, I'm not too worried about showing this because I'm the only person who's had this so far. But if you come here, and Whisper sort of squints and grimaces a bit before covering her eyes. Yarn walks over to a little workshop area with some molten metal sitting across in a plate, a metal plate. And he goes, I'm the only person to have an affliction like this. So, it's a bit weird. And he holds his hand over the plate, the molten metal plate. And you watch as his hand shakes a bit before you hear the breaking of bone as one of his fingers automatically snaps into the wrong way. And then the next, and then the next, and you hear every bone in his hand break as the flesh itself begins to mold and almost rot away, as then a portion of his hand is seemingly forcefully separated from his body, leaving the whole area raw before he looks at it again, and the hand slowly and crookedly fixes itself as this part of the hand falls into this piece of molten metal and then spreads out across the entirety of it. and then the thing cools rather quickly, and you are left with a piece of metal that you cannot tell anything different from the one that you are holding, aside from the shape.
At that, like before he started doing that, I want to. Can I say I use detect magic?
Yes. Yes, you can. How does the detect magic spell work again? If you could
Detect
just...
magic. Can only cast it once per long rest, thanks to just the nature of this detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You can sense magic in this way. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you can learn its school of magic, if any, can penetrate X amount of barriers, and it lasts up to 10 minutes or until I turn it off.
Okay.
I can
So,
see faint magics and know kind of what they are.
So in my world, magic usually displays itself when using that as a sort of glow.
Yeah.
And with that, as he's doing this, the aura surrounding this yarn fellow is almost split in half. The part which seems deformed seems red and almost like vines growing out of this aura into the world around it. However, the rest of it seems rather calm blue. And as he does that, he separates this part of his hand. You see as the red part of his aura glows and turns white into some form of celestial magic. And roll an investigation or a perception check for me.
Well, if I'm actively looking into it, can it be investigation?
Yes, sure. I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll investigation.
Oh my god, why do I keep on rolling low? Even with a +5, it's only a 10.
You think you can see a faint line connecting this red aura elsewhere, but you're not entirely sure. You could be just seeing things. It could be one of the vines. But as he does this, the aura, or after he finishes, the aura fades, and as his hand goes back to normal, his aura seems to go back to its regular split self. However, the magic now inside of this piece of metal seems to be the exact same magic as in the piece of metal you bought from Denosa.
Using your own unique curse to make something only you are good at.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed.
seems alright.
And I thought I used my unique quality in a unique way. This is something all new.
Well, it's not the only thing I could do. I can do a lot with this half, but most people don't even like looking at the pus. Never mind what I could do with it.
Yes, contorting your body in ways not usually contortable seems to throw people off. I've learned that the hard way.
You're telling me. You? And he holds up his hand. His fingers almost unnaturally different, his ring finger being taller than his middle, and sort of the sizes being off. Are you like... And he just points to his hand.
I don't believe so, as I've never seen something like you, but I would call my situation very unique. Well, comparatively to everyone else.
Aye. Unique. That's a good way to put it.
Say no one else has this, but what happens when somebody else does? Do you fight for control?
I don't know. It's never happened before.
Oh, are you like everyone else and from a different world?
No. I'm from here. I
Interesting.
washed up on a ship on the shores of Marcadia There's a big storm that surrounds this whole continent. I woke up here some
Oh,
time
that's
ago.
what that was. That was a landing spot, honestly.
No. And I washed up on the shores here with absolutely nothing.
Oh, you and me seem to share a similar story. But thank you for showing me this. I was expecting it to be. No. Not what I was expecting, honestly.
Well, I'm the only one in this world that I know of that can do anything like this. Flesh manipulation is something only at least I only know I could do.
But I assume since it's metal, my abilities seem to take over control as well. He then tries his best to shape it into somewhat of a human form, but you get like a muddy thing with kind of arms, kind of legs, and maybe a head.
Yeah. He kind
Never good
of
at
hats your armor as high as he can, and he goes, "You're gonna need to practice a bit."
I've been trying my best, but yes, I do believe I need more.
I keep at it. If you need any more, you can buy from Denoso, because we have a little deal going on.
I will say, was the ship also being made a golem of some sort? Was that his idea or yours?
The outside bit was mine. I've always wanted to do something a bit more impressive with the metal. Usually it's just swords that can shape themselves in different ways or launching projectiles really quick, but I've always wanted something big. I wanted to do a dragon, but Celine thought it would be a bit too insulting to her gods. So, a ship we made.
So I was lucky enough to see the inside, its working mechanisms, and that black gold you found?
Yes, up north, east of Amaris, there's this redwood forest. Black gold, it's liquid. It burns like the devil. It's a wonderful fuel source, isn't it?
My interest is in its magic absorbing properties.
That it was a hell of a task, especially when encasing it in a magic made entirely, or a metal made that gives off so much magic. It's was an engineering feat. You can thank Denoso for that engineering marvel.
I was quite impressed, but again, using physical fuel instead of turning magic directly into it.
We used a bit of both.
Very interesting concept. Don't think me bringing down your work, as, well, you can tell, I have only been able to do a small bit with mine.
Well, you seem rather impressive yourself. Well, I can only imagine what thing is underneath all that metal.
You might be surprised, or not.
It takes a lot to surprise me. I've seen everything.
But either way, I saw you working. Hope we didn't interrupt too much.
Oh, no. I'm just. Denoso hired a man named Jordan, and his little robot needs a new weapon.
A sword without a point.
Yeah. Not meant to be pointy, meant to be sharp. Meant to cut off heads, not really stab.
got answer to some of my questions. No one else has been talking. What is happening?
We've
But
been
does anyone else have
diligently
anything to
listening.
say?
Is anybody else?
No,
I-
I've
I-
just been listening eagerly to your conversation.
Yeah.
We're giving you your spotlight, man.
It's just me and Riley being able to nerd out about fucking magic and metal.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
But if you want us to speak so bad.
And then
Yarn, was it?
Hi, it's Yarn.
I gotta say, you have. There are weapons displayed, right?
Yes, there are.
You certainly know how to forge a blade. I mean, some of these weapons, they're certainly high quality.
Touch any of them, and I'm going to make sure I stab you with every single bladed thing in here.
Relax, I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just looking. I already have a good rapier right here, he says as he pulls out his rapier from his sheath and shows it.
And he laughs. He cackles. And he says, that old thing?
Hey. I've had this thing for years. I'll have you know
I can tell.
and I've kept and I've maintained it well. It has
Are you
served.
sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure about that.
Doesn't look like it.
Because me?
Because
That's just
wasn't Yarn an asshole to Nova?
Yeah, Yarn was kind of snarky. Yeah, he was later on, and from the judge of like his current corruption, he would be snarky.
Oh. Well, yes, I've kept good care of it. This rapier was given to me by someone important. So I made sure.
Yeah, it looks like Rust Bucket over here.
What? Rust bucket? There's not a single speck of rust on here.
Thank you.
No, I'm done. I'm talking about the big guy.
Whatever the switch metal is, it seems to be very resistant to water.
Fine rapier. Right, Tannen?
Sure. I'm so lost, Nova. So they lost me like 10 minutes ago with all the metal talk.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, you good here, yeah? You good here, Esther?
And until we have to reconvene with Sivith, I mean,
Yeah, actually,
I could talk
how
about
long how long have we been here?
It has been about an hour.
Oh shit, we were supposed to meet her 15 minutes ago.
She's gonna be
We-
she's gonna be mad at us.
She is going to be pissed.
it should be fine. We did a good thing.
We did.
We saved the princess,
We did
Actually, wait.
like in a fairy tale.
Knowing
save.
Actually, no. Knowing Sivith, she definitely would have found us by now.
It's a big city.
Yeah, you yourself stated that.
I know, but
One she's never been to before, so
that
Is this
that
your
is
whole
tr-
"I have a feeling" moment?
I don't know. Just
I mean, we can always go back to the tea house and ask and see if she's still there.
Maybe
Though
you showing up just
I
out of nowhere is not the best idea.
I probably shouldn't, especially if they find the fact that Whisper is missing.
I mean, she's with someone higher in command, so I think we should be
Exactly.
fine.
You know what? You're right. How about this guy? You two
Turns to
stay
Yarn.
here.
We'll be fine, right? In fact, we stole Whisper and gave her to you. Yarn. Come on, man.
Huh? What? Huh? Yarn locked in on making his sword for a second.
Turns to Whisper. We'll be fine, right?
Yes. You guys will be fine. Mom is very nice. Even though she
I'm not
meets
gonna,
you, it's me with.
I'm not gonna like die, right?
Well, not if we have anything to do about it.
So, are you
Yes.
gonna head back to the tea house?
Yes, though I'll come with you, but then I won't go inside because it's probably not a good idea for me to go inside.
I'll stay out
Alright.
with you.
Okay,
Easier to hide when someone
Alright.
this big is around.
exactly.
And sorry, I don't mean to cut you all off, but as you all prepare to leave, Ration, the party is still inside of Yarn's workshop. You are standing outside and sort of just watching as boats sail in, sail out. You do notice that actually a lot of new carts are being loaded onto Denoso's metallic warship without Denoso being present or directing them like he was at Port Royal. And as you begin to watch this a little more closely, a crow flies up to you and stands in front of you.
I'll crouch down like about 5 feet away. Just staring at it.
It opens up its wing and shows a scroll tied up in its wing.
Is that for me?
The crow hops towards you.
I'll gently like take it from the bird and read it.
As you do, the crow tilts its head and stares at you for a while, and then flies off. The note itself reads the following. It is by courageous, cordial, and kind invitation that you are invited to the Masquerade Ball of Velros, a yearly celebration of our independence from Terra. Please do wear your best outfit. Masks will be provided, and then in parentheses, magically enhanced. Please do arrive on your best behavior to the Fortress of Velros at sundown. Thank you I thank you for your patronage. Then at the bottom it says to, and then it says everyone's names: Nova, Hannon, Brashen, Esther. However, it says everyone's name but Siveth. And with that, it says from High Lady Celine. Or rather, with kindness and joy, Lady Celine.
I'm gonna enter the building, I guess.
You do. You enter the blacksmith as everyone's just talking about getting ready to leave.
I wave my hands up in the air. Yo, guys, some bird gave me a note. And I start power walking towards him, just showing the note. You should read
Hey.
this.
Nova takes it and reads it out loud. Wait, why doesn't this mention Sivith?
Maybe she got her own.
Yeah, maybe she got a separate one.
And they seem to all we know we were all together.
Yeah.
What's the best check to roll here if I have a bad feeling?
Insight.
Insight. Please, God, give me something good. I don't have any pluses to insight. I don't. I'm so
Oof.
sorry. I only have does a 12 do anything?
You can't shake the feeling that something's wrong, but you have no evidence.
All right.
I'm sure she'll be there one way or another.
I don't. Guys, I'll be honest. I don't have any evidence or anything, but I don't like this.
I don't like balls either. This says we have to
That's-
wear a suit.
That's not what I meant.
I also don't like balls.
I really feel like we should go back to the tea house. My instincts are telling me
Not what we were going to do?
yes. But I'm saying we should hurry.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to the tea house with the creepy guy. With the creepy fox guy. Turn it on.
And
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
right,
Oh, I was gonna say
With
turn it
that-
on to whisper and be like, stay safe, and then leave.
okay, with everyone leaving, I'm going to ignore initiative just for a moment as we cut back to Sivith. Sivith, you find yourself groggy, and once you eventually come to, although only partially, you find yourself tied to a chair in a dark room that you don't recognize. And in front of you, there seems to be 3 hooded men talking, although with how blurred your senses are, you can't tell what exactly they are talking about. What are you doing? Make a perception check for me. The room itself is bare. It is empty. And it is rather dark. The only thing that you can notice is that there is a blue lantern. Actually, no, sorry, a red lantern glowing in almost a natural shade of red on the table next to the door where the 3 hooded men are congregated around. The room itself seems dark. However, you do notice something. That same tattoo Nova had shown Tick is carved onto each wall either side of you. And as these 3 men sort of are congregating around the table, you see the door open as the man that you were just having tea with walks in and puts on a black fox mask. Looks over at the other 2, and you see the axolotl mask and the white fox mask. The man, and then Tick as Zane walks over to the 3, points at something, and then the man with the axolotl mask, Axel, walks towards you with a pair of pliers. And that is where we're ending tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for coming to today. I hope to goodness we will see you all next episode. And I will say, I will warn you, next episode is when things really get fucked. So here's your fair warning. Next episode, gore,
Oh no.
and just other
Oh.
terrible, terrible things.